Welcome to my review of the Japanese PC-FX game Tenchi Muyo FX. This game starts with the Galaxy police officer Hakuwa, who I'll talk about more later. You get to see the interior of her ship, and she is having a dream. You get to choose whether she's having a dream about Mihoshi or Tenchi. So we're going to pick Tenchi, and here is her dream of him. So this game really starts when Hakuwa runs into Kiyone and finds out that she is going to find Mihoshi. So she stows away on her ship in obviously less than ideal conditions. And together they end up at Mihoshi's ship, where Kiyone is trying to figure out where Mihoshi has gone to. So she left a note that says she's at Tenchi's. It's like, who's Tenchi? Man, that Mihoshi. So then she hears this growling. So you can choose to take a closer look. So it turns out this is Hakuwa, who's been stowed away in her ship and has become feral with hunger. It's like, oh, so you know, I get it. You were on my ship. That's why the weight was over. It's like, well, why are you, I don't know, holding the note or something? She's like, oh, so it seems like you know where Mihoshi is. So here is the save screen, and you can also see down here at the bottom that I've completed the game once with Ayaka's ending, apparently. So this game really splits its time between checking out what the Galaxy Police are doing, the story with Hakuwa and Kiyone, and then heading back to Earth to check out what's going on with the Tenchi gang and their usual hijinks. So here Mihoshi is singing a song about a rocket blasting into space. So, due to a misunderstanding, Hakuwa and Kiyone appear and try to put Ayaka under arrest. She's like, I'm Jiraiya's first princess. She's like, raise your hands. We're taking you to the GP headquarters. So here's Mihoshi still singing her song quite a bit later. So you can choose to focus your attention on one or the other of these two. Like, I got back. I got the dongo stuffed with muscat, which is a fruit, I think. She's like, wow, it's two people that look just like Kiyone and Hakuwa. She's like, I am Kiyone. It's like, yeah, Hakuwa, I'm here too. It's like, oh, Kiyone, it's been so long. So really, in a nutshell, that's kind of the plot of this game. And then at the end, you get a scene with one of the characters, an ending. So this happens to be Ryoko's ending. I had gotten Ayaka's ending originally, and it was Ayaka's birthday. That's actually why you guys were out shopping, and so here you agree to go do something for Ryoko's birthday, since you were doing something for Ayaka's birthday. Ayaka's ending was you two agreed to go on a date by yourselves, like the next day on her birthday. So that's about it. But really, this game is not all that long. It took me about 2 hours to beat, and it has a couple good laughs in it, so it's worth it for that. But it seemed a little it kind of like an OAV just translated into video game form. But the nice thing is that aside from that disc, which is PC-FX exclusive, there is another disc, which includes the original game that game was technically a sequel to, I suppose, because Hakuwa first meets this group in this original game, which was also released on the PC Engine and like the PC98 or one of the Japanese PC systems also, I believe. So here is the opening of this game. And I have to say that this whole package, where you get that game, which, like I said, has a couple good laughs and it's worth a playthrough or two, you also get this game. Is really a good value. This game, I think, is the superior game. So what you start off with here is you're able to just kind of wander around the house, which is really neat. Here you can see you can go to the bathroom, you can go out to the carrot fields, the open air bath, the destroyed house that was destroyed at the beginning here. If I remember correctly, Washu's lab, and here we're going to the living room. And he's like, well, nobody's here, I'm going to watch some TV. So, kind of like other games that I've talked about, like Toon and Princess Rolfie, here you can go around, you can wander different places, and you might come up with nothing. But at each of these times, there's certain things going on that you can tap into. So here you've gone to Mihoshi's room, and she's like, "Oh, Tenchi, did you need me for something?" And he's like, "Well, I didn't really need you for anything in particular." She's like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah." And then they're like, it's like, wow, I really can't say anything right now. So he just leaves. So there's they have some fun with that aspect of it. And here, sometimes you'll find some stuff that's sort of cool. This is almost a little extra where you go to Washu's lab, and Sasami's here playing a quiz game, the Quiz Pon that Washu has made. So she says, Tenchi, it's like she's playing this quiz game. He's like, what's this Washu-chan's quiz? He's like, what the heck is this? He's like, it's a quiz game that she made. He's like, well, I've got some free time. I'll play it. So we're gonna go ahead and play this game. Let's see what it's like. So here we go. This question is, according to Yukinojo's data, the Earth is what, like, colony number? So I'm just randomly going to pick a number. Guess what? I got it right. So good for me. I'm not going to play any more of this because I get all the rest of the questions wrong. So this game really has two main parts to it, and it's longer than the FX exclusive disc. And the first part really is just straight up comedy. There's a lot of laughs in it. It's actually really funny. It really focuses on the romantic comedy aspect of Tenchi Muyo, which any fan of Tenchi Muyo is very familiar with. The last half is kind of like the Tenchi episodes that are a little more serious, and this more serious plot comes in, but this is where Hakuwa is introduced into the story. So really that second disc continues on from this disc and incorporates this character again that was only ever introduced in the video games. So really I think this first game has a lot of value to it. I've read in other reviews that you can play through it multiple times, and there's even actually when you get to that halfway point, they sort of are like, oh, the game's over, what did you think of it? And they really mention that there are multiple routes in the game, and they tell you which route that you're on. So I guess there's like an A route, a B route, and a C route, so there's at least 3 routes. There's different scenarios you can run into. There's a lot of really the kind of classic Tenchi hijinks going on, and in the second half of the game, I guess depending on what route you're on, it's a different experience. So I think that's pretty cool, and really it kind of depends on how you want to look at the PC-FX version of this game, but the way that I like to look at it is it's really the ultimate version of this game. So I mean, if you've played it on the PC Engine originally or something like that, maybe that extra disc isn't really worth getting the PC-FX version for, but this is definitely the best version of it. The graphics are supposedly redone a little bit better, and the extra game adds some extra content. Like I said, it's got a couple laughs that are totally worth playing it. And this first game I think is really neat. It's got some replay value to it, and I can see myself playing it again. And I think it was just a lot of fun. So really, even with both discs, I would say 1 or 2 playthroughs of all of them might have taken me 6 hours, something like that. But if you want to replay them multiple times, you can definitely get some added value out of it. And I think they're pretty awesome for any Tenchi Muyo fan. So I hope that you take some time to check these games out, and I hope that this review was helpful for you. Thanks for watching.